Today I'm going to talk about pieces that I found on Amazon that I'm absolutely loving and absolutely have surprised me, because the thing about shopping on Amazon, you don't know what you're going to get, do you? And so I, in the past, have not really gone in a big way on clothes because I just don't know, you know? So I've followed recommendations from others and from friends and so on, and I've picked some pieces and been pleasantly surprised. But the thing about shopping on Amazon is if it doesn't work, it's easy to return, isn't it? Oh, and you'll notice I actually have got my hair cut. Yes, just been done today, gone shorter. I've also had a fringe put in here, there, down there. So, and also there's one this side, so it's tucked behind my ear. So it's a bit of a restyle as well. There you go. You see, I know a lot of people have said, Anne-Marie, get your hair redone. You need a new style. I've done it. Actually, I quite like it. I don't know what it's going to be like after I've washed it, you know, in a few days' time, and dried it and styled it. But still, today it's looking good. So I thought, I'll record. Right, so new hairstyles in my life, but also this blouse, which I got from Amazon. It comes in masses of colours. It's cotton and polyester mix. The colour options are fantastic. It's available in lots of countries, so I will be listing these in the description box, of course. As you can see, I'm away from my typical light blue as well. I've gone for pink. I'm not sure this is exactly my pink, but do you know what? I don't care. It's nice and fresh and summery, and it's got my favourite neckline, hasn't it? The frill neck there. So go on the website, look at my link down below, pick your colour. Lovely feminine blouse. It's actually got a bit of frill around the cuff there. You know me, I'm going to be pulling them up like that. That's absolutely fine. They stay there too. It's also quite long. So I've got it tucked in, as I generally do. You know, I've said before that I have a waist definition I like to go for, but you see how long it is. So if you wanted an alternative to those dated tunics I go on about, you know, don't wear, this would be a good option because it's a shirt that you can wear instead, and it's a modern alternative to what I consider a modern alternative to a tunic. So if that's your look, you can do that with it as well. You could also, if you wanted to, because it's so long, we could undo the button and do a bit of a tie at the front there. I think that's quite nice. I like wearing a blouse like that sometimes with a slip skirt or over a vest top. There, you do that. It's quite versatile, really, and it's very pretty. I like these kind of videos because they're not negative. I'm not telling you not to do something and do this instead. We're just having a chat. I much prefer these types of videos. The trouble is, they actually just don't get the views. So the thing to do, what you need to do is, one, if you haven't subscribed already, you've only just found me, subscribe. Two, it's to like, comment, and share it to others. And maybe then we can get a positive video to be ranked. Now, another blouse that I love is one I bought last year. This white broderie anglais blouse comes in quite a few colours as well. Anyway, I was going through my summer clothes, as you do this time of year, and found it and thought, yes, that's another real success from Amazon. So, yeah, a little broderie anglais on the front. It's got double layers. On the sleeves, it's not lined, so you can see through the little holes there. It's just a very, very pretty broderie anglais blouse. It has a cotton feel. I'll tell you what it's made of. I'll write that down on the side. I can't think at the moment. I'm not going to take it off in front of you to tell you. Underneath, you may be able to see peeking through. I'm actually wearing a blue bra, light blue. I didn't bother to change, to be honest. This is a chatty video, but it leads me on to tell you that one of the things that I really do love off of Amazon is the Confeli bras or Confeli bras. Now, I do work occasionally with Confeli, but you can get the bras off of Amazon. And I know some of you like to do that because you know that if it doesn't fit, you can return it on Amazon, you know, easy peasy, and do an exchange. But they do have a wide range, so I will link them down below. Now, the reason I like those particular bras is because they are not underwired, but they are supportive. They're very comfortable to wear. I have to truly say, honestly, that these are the only bras I wear now, unless I want something that's sort of strapless, because I haven't got a strapless one in the range. Incredibly comfortable, variety of colours, and they're padded and they have a smooth edge. So one of my pet hates as we come into the summer, but also in the winter when you're a sweater, is that line that shows underneath your tops. And so one of the reasons I love these, apart from them being so comfortable, easy to wash and so on, is they don't show through a tight t-shirt. You cannot see, so it's no VPL here. I'll just give you a peek. Wide straps. You see here, this is a very, very slim fit line here. In fact, actually, it's a little bit of a lace trim in this particular one. High up here as well. I told you it was a friendly, chatty video because I don't get into my underwear for everybody, you know. Right, but anyway, changing into another blouse I'll talk about in a minute. Now, here's one of the bras that I just thought I'd show you. Look at that stretch there. You see, you get that. That is instead of the underwiring. There's the padding. You've actually got a slit there so you can get the inserts out if you don't want to wash them or don't want the inserts. The padding has quite a lot of claspage. I'd call it claspage, you know, that's not a real word, that's my word. We've got 4 columns, 3 rows basically, so there's a lot of clips there. You've got all the washing instructions printed on the inside. What's not to love about it? Really, what's not to love? And I do know that I was made a convert, you know, when the brand approached me last year. I know that a number of you have either become converts or already were, so they are well thought of. Another thing, actually, I thought, do you know what, I've really got to mention this, and that is the Amazon Essentials t-shirts. Here's one. I've just dragged it out of the laundry bin because I was wearing it a few days ago. These come in sets of 2. They're either sort of black and white or navy and white or all sorts of combinations anyway. You can have colours as well. It doesn't have to be those neutrals, beiges, etc, etc. This, I would say, this t-shirt is probably about 6 years old. Has it faded? No. Is the stretch? Yes. Has it twisted at the seams? That's the hem. Has it misshapen? No. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and not expensive. Oh, they do crew neck and V. They've got elastane stretch. They did when I bought them. I assume they still have. So they're not a skinny rib, but they're not a loose, slub, relaxed shape either. They're just your traditional elastane t-shirt. Again, what's not to love, really? What's not to love? Having bought these, I've not needed to replace them. So as for repeat purchases, well, you just don't. You just don't, because they go on forever. So the blouse, this was a purchase this year. Totally thrilled with it because this feminine denim trend is around at the moment. And there are a lot of brands that are more high-end, I don't mean designer, but I mean high-end shopping mall pricing for a feminine denim. And if you don't want to spend that money, there's this on Amazon. I don't know what brand it is, but I can say I love it. It wears well, it's holding its shape, it's giving me that feminine look that I want from the feminine denim trend. Puff sleeves, it works. I think it's worth the price it is on Amazon, which I think is something about 30 odd pound-ish, mid-30s, 35, something like that. Obviously it's available for other countries as well because all of these things are. One of the things that I bought last year was vests because I liked the idea of wearing those undershirts when I was on vacation or in the UK, just so as you've got that layering so you're keeping the sun off at the same time, but you've got a feminine slim line underneath. And you can take that shirt off because you've got a piece underneath. You could wear these with jackets because we look for layering under jackets as well. So I picked these up off of Amazon. These are Amazon own brand, Amazon Essentials, and they're just little yoga tops. Got a little emblem at the back here. But although they're labelled yoga tops, they're fantastic for just wearing under a jacket, under a shirt, or on their own. So I've got this one in raspberry, and I also got it in a white. Really handy little numbers. Another item that really surprised me this year was picking up this faux suede jacket. Comes in beige as well. In America there's more sizes, in Canada there's more size availability. In the UK I could only get this in a medium and I really needed a small, but I'm keeping the medium because it just gives me that relaxed shape. But it's that cropped, collared faux jacket, similar to sort of same sort of length as a moto would be, but it's a different style. This is the modern style. It's got pockets at the front that are workable, not that you're actually going to put anything in the pockets either. It's got a lovely shape. You've got a bit of a swing shape when you're wearing it because it's cropped. And again, what's not to love, apart from in my case, I really needed a small, couldn't get it, loved it so much I kept the medium. But I'll link those as well, and in beige too. Again, incredibly surprised at the quality of this for the price Now, having got my colours done a few years ago and being told that I was a summer, when I'm putting my outfits together now, I find that sometimes my belts don't work, like the tans and the black. So if I'm wearing classic, obviously tan looks fantastic. But sometimes I want the colour that comes from my palette. And so I was looking at Kettlewell colours, and they do them, but they don't do my size in the colours I would be looking for a summer as I am. Do you know what I found on Amazon? Some belts in such a variety of colours. Well, obviously I've picked up here the part of the summer wardrobe, so if you've got grey hair, this might work for you as well, and especially if you've got a cool undertone. But also if you're grey hair and you're actually changing your colour palette to give yourself more contrast, you might find these belts useful. They're hard to come by, a coloured belt. But if you are a different palette, there's different colours up there. Now, let me show you how clever this is, because it's one size fits all. Actually, this just fits me perfectly, but what you would do is, if it doesn't, if it's too short, you just pull, and the back here adjusts. So to short, I can tighten it there, pulling those two strands, or loosen it by pulling these two. One size fits all. Perfect if you want to add a pop of colour to your outfits, and in a colour that blends in with your wardrobe or your closet. And so the other colour that I chose were this light grey blue, which is just perfect for my new wardrobe. I'm very tempted to get more, I have to say, because I am so impressed with the structure of the belt, how they work. I probably will get more. This is where I will get my belts now. They fit jeans. I can get a variety of colours. They're adjustable, whatever size I am, whether I've put on weight, lost weight, I'm bloated. Wherever the waistband of your jeans is perfect as well, because sometimes high-waisted, low-waisted or mid-waisted, you need a different adjustment, don't you, in your belt? So one size fits all, perfect. Then the other thing, and I've been raving on about them, is these beads. In the UK, £16 each. So many colours available. Obviously for me, these are what I chose, like sort of an off-white that is not creamy, it's more a cool toned off-white. Then navy, good old navy. I'm very tempted to get some green ones that look gorgeous. Also very tempted to get the multicoloured. But what I wanted to do before I splashed out and got 4 necklaces was actually just see the quality. So they're very lightweight. They are fair for the price, I would say. I do think they'll last for years. Light around the neck when you're wearing it. Worn them so much. You've seen them in videos. That yeah, I am going to press that button and get the multicoloured and the green as well. But there are other colours too. That just happens to be my choices. Of course, there's jeans. I have actually bought quite a few Levi's off of Amazon because I know what I'm getting. I know I'm getting a Levi. When I want a 501, that's where I've been getting it. My husband's had 501s and he calls them 500s now. So I was saying, yeah, but there isn't a Levi 500. And he said, yeah, but I lost a button. So he goes around saying, yeah, it's a 500 now. The other one that I got from Amazon that I was really pleased with was the 724s. They're still in my life, in my wardrobe. For years I was wearing the 724s that I got from Amazon, and they've lasted and they're still going, you know, good quality, good condition. Also, I have ordered some wide fit sandals, which haven't arrived, and that's a shame because I would like to have shown you those. I will show you in another video, but I will link them down below so you can take a look for yourselves to see if that's something you're interested in. But I liked the write-up about these particular sandals and I thought they would be comfortable for me in the summer. I would like to know what you've got from Amazon, clothes-wise, accessories-wise, footwear, that you've been really surprised at. We're a community. Let's share this information. Let's share the good buys there.